Hello viewers and welcome to the eSeniors GT3 Championship Porsche Cup taking place at Nurburgring. Good technical track, very difficult car. Be interesting to see if as a result of the tyres they last, because this track is known for burning tyres up. With it being a race of the length it is, there's a probability 10 minutes to go we'll end up with cars going off. So what we'll do is we'll go to the action. Qualifying's underway and we'll have a quick look at the table just to make sure the winners and losers are. And at the moment we've got Chris Bourne leading it by a comfortable margin, I'm going to say there, a good 30 odd points. And we've got Carlo in second place, and then we've got David and Derek. Then there's a bit of a gap down to Petri, and then Petri's close with Howells, and then there's a further gap down from Terry, and then from that point onwards there's quite a few drivers getting quite close. So I think the battle's going to be from any of the four of the above really, in relation to how this race is going to pan out. We have been watching them in pre-qualifying, and to be honest, them guys have been the ones who have been making the noises around the track in relation to where we're going to. So what we'll do is we'll jump on board. I will do a lap guide in a minute. I'm just going to make sure that Terry Howard's joined us for the race later. I'll just do a sound check with Terry. We'll jump on board with David Noble and we'll follow his lap round the track just to give us a view of what's going on.
Yeah, all good, Mark. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me turn this volume up. You're quite quiet. No, you're still quite quiet. Okay, well I'll try and listen out anyway. Okay, cheers.
And obviously Carlo and Chris Bourne. So who do you think out of this top four?
That's a good question. You know, I still think Chris and Carlo are the guys to try to fight. It will be very interesting if David and Derek come close to them. We'll have a very exciting race, I believe.
So Frank's managed to make it into the server. We're all set up with Terry for afterwards. So when we jump to Terry, we'll have an interview. So just for the viewers out there, we've got an in-driver interview as the race goes on today. So we'll be very kind. We won't do them in the midst of a battle. We'll wait till it quiets down a little bit, and then we'll just go to the driver just to see how things are going for that driver. And if this turns out to be very good and successful, we'll probably try and make it a feature moving forward as well in relation to that. So what I'm going to do is we're on board with David Noble at the moment. Once he's finished this, I'll do a quick lap guide just for those who are unaware of the track layout. I mean, hopefully everybody knows the Nurburgring. It's quite a well-known track. We've got Martin Lindahl who's joined. Hi Martin. Don't recognise the name, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it.
Hello there.
So David's coming down the straight now. Full throttle all the way down to the end. He wants to move left, and then at the 100 metre marker board, he'll apply the brakes very hard. Then he'll drift right and cut the corner and get the power down as he comes into the corner, which is the Castrol S. Again, he'll drift right a little bit here, and then just fettle the throttle a little bit, keeping the momentum going around this corner, which is corner 2, and this is the Mercedes Arena, into the very difficult corner 3. You can lose so much time in this corner, and this takes us to corner 4, and then it's flat out down here into corner 5. Bit of a kink, that's corner 5, and this is called the RTL. Drifting right and braking after what will be the cones on the right if they've not already been taken out, and that takes us down into corner 6, and then corner 7, which is the Ford curve. Hard on the accelerator, keeping it left, braking just before the curb on the left hand side of the bottom, that takes us into the Dunlop curb. So very hard on the brakes just before the curb. Try and take it in as tight as possible so you can get the power down early. Accelerate out, and then foot down again into the very well known Schumacher S's. Very, very fast part of the track if you can get the balance right through here. Get your foot down, and then now you're coming up to corner 11, which is braking just after markers on the right, cutting the corner as much as possible into the Kumo curve. Again, drift left to take the right hander, and that's corner 12, and that's called the bit curve. And again, full throttle all the way down, keeping left and then taking this to the right, not taking too much corner if you can upset the car, especially the Porsche, and then drifting right here into Vidal, and then left into Vidal, the chicane, corner 14, corner 15, and then finally corner 16, get the power down in the Coca-Cola curve. That's a very, very brief lap guide of the Nurburgring. So the tricky sections on this track is the first of all the chicane, getting the balance right on the chicane. There's a little curb on the way in, and there you can see we're sat with David Noble, who's on a 159.0. That's currently putting him in pole position, so straight off the bat there, that's a really good car to follow. I'm going to switch drivers to Derek Bird. Derek Bird his best is a 159.1, and he's currently up, but then again so is David Noble. So as it stands, these two are looking very, very close on track.
Actually, I was going to say, Jonathan was right about mentioning the two. I'm kind of surprised right now, but let's see, it's still early into qualifying.
Yeah.
Well, David Noble is a little bit mercurial, isn't he? And he has he said this himself. That there are days where he'll be stuck in the midfield, probably mostly because he hasn't had time to practice, and then others where he's right at the very top of the leaderboard, and he's gunning for the win. So this doesn't surprise me at all. I think out of the classic tracks, David, I know he's a purist like pretty much most of us, and he loves this track. So I am not surprised to see him at the top right now.
No, I think it's a very pleasant surprise. I think it will be great to see 4 or 5 cars fight during this race. That will be very interesting.
What's even more interesting right now is if you look at Chris Bourne, where are we? We've got 12 minutes left. He has not put up a lap yet, and this lap he's currently on is not a good one. He's red basically, so he's not actually put a lap together to get him on the board. So it's pretty interesting, and he should be in the top 4.
Carlo's gone first with the 158, but Derek Bird was on a flyer again, and he's gone off.
Lost his car.
So we'll just switch back to Carlo, because Carlo is going even quicker here.
And Carlo got the pole, 158.6.
Yeah, just apologies to the stream. I had my fan on because my room's like an oven, and it sounded like I was going down the highway with my window open. I wish.
You actually sounded a little bit like a Dalek, actually.
All right, that'll be the fan going through my voice. Okay. So just a couple of highs. Hi, Don. Hi, Stefan. Hi, Frank.
Guys.
Hi, Mark. So yeah, Carlo's lost a bit of time here, but he's still up. He's still looking in the very low 158s at this point, if he can keep this going. Now, he's lost all his he's actually lost 6/10 of his time, which is a huge chunk of time to lose. And he's struggling now to make better where he was up to. Obviously, we saw Derek go off. Derek's gone back into the pit, and David Noble's done a scrub sector. Hi, Terry. Welcome to the stream.
And Chris Bourne has just encountered traffic on his fast lap. So, and this one, it might barely be under 2 minutes.
Yeah, if Carlo could have put this lap together, that perfect lap, he'd have been in the 157s.
Oh, he's gone off. And actually, Chris just spun it. So still, with half of qualifying down, Chris is yet to put a lap on the board.
Yeah, he could be doing
the pits.
Yeah, it could be doing last the first challenge here. Right.
Yeah, but he still has 10 minutes.
He has, yeah. So Carlo has gone a tenth faster. He's now into the 158.5s. So he's now half a second clear of David Noble behind him. Half a second's a lot of time, I think it's fair to say.
It is. It is.
It is a lot of time, mate. But, in these cars, these Porsche Cup cars, there's no TC. And, there's enough hairpins here where if you get it right and you get that traction, you can make up that half a second pretty smartly.
Neil Bywater's just gone to 7th. I'm just going to go on board with Nikos. Nikos is half a second up. His best is a 2:02. So he's looking for a 2:017 or 2:016 at the moment. That'll move him up 2 places. And if he can take more time out, he's going to be even better. Let's just see. He's 7/10 up now. So he's into the 2:015s. He's lost a bit there. He took that well. 7/10. He's gained a little bit there again through there. He's now 8/10 up.
Yeah, Don is saying in the chat that there's plenty of time left and the track's only going to get faster. So, you know, and we've seen it before, haven't we? You know, that last lap of qualifying for the Cup car does normally get the pole. And I think I infamously did that at Monza this year. It surprised the heck out of me. I think it surprised me more than anybody else. But you know, that last lap has the best grip.
So Nikos is 1.2 seconds up. He lost a bit of time there. He's lost 2/10. This is going to put him into the 2:01s or even 2 minutes. No, 2:01s now. 2:01.3. 2:01.2. Yeah, 2:01.2. So let's put Nikos into 10th place. Tell you what, that's not a bad time for Nikos, that. Good lap as well. Just jump back to David Blythe. He's 1.4 seconds up. But his best is a 2:05, so he's looking at a 2:04.3 here. He's lost a bit of time. He's looking at 2:04.4 at the moment. That'll put him possibly 2 places up.
I think maybe somebody stuck a banana up Chris Bourne's exhaust pipes because it's just not. It's not happening. This is really odd.
He scrubbed another lap, hasn't
he? Yeah.
But we'll jump on board with Chris in a minute and just see what's going on. Let's Chris. So this is a scrub lap. He's not going to gain anything from this. Let's just stick with Paul Moore. So Paul Moore is 2:017. He's 1/10 up at the moment. He is gaining. Can he gain through this tricky bit here? Very late getting the power on there, I think. You can get the power on a bit earlier there, even in the Porsche. PJ was doing well, and he looked like he was going to start putting Derek Bird under pressure. Paul Moore's 5/10 up here. He needs that car to get out of his way. He's 3/10 up. Come on, that's got to be a back marker. I've let him go. That's Sousa, I think. He's lost 2/10 there, Paul Moore. He's lost all his time. I don't know if the back marker just put him off a little bit. Not the back marker. The person on a thrown lap, if you like, or an out lap. It's a shame that he was doing some good times there.
Yeah, and Chris has started his flying lap. He's
already down though.
He did not hit that apex. He completely missed the apex into turn 1.
So he's 2/10 down, Chris, as it stands. I can't see what his best is. It's not recording a best because of his laps.
Because he actually hasn't recorded a green lap so far.
Right.
That's the amazing thing here.
So right. So this is his first potentially non-spoilt lap.
Yeah, we talk quite often in F1 terms about getting a banker lap, and this is just one of those situations, isn't it? Like, I mean, he's got 6 minutes left and hasn't actually had a banker lap yet.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
He took that curb quite high, didn't he?
Yeah, he was really, really on that curb, and he had to let off.
I believe he still will end up in the top 5.
He's got to be sweating, though, Jeremy.
I was going to say, he's not taking these corners as quick as he normally take them.
He's not. He looks particularly uncomfortable.
Yeah,
has to be said.
That little section then, you could see he just wasn't. He's like he's not got any confidence in the car. The power of the car going down. Be interesting to see. You'll get pole now. You watch.
No, he's not. This one is not even going to be in the
top 10. This isn't the top 10 lap. This
under 2 minutes. It's not going to be under 2 minutes.
Oh no, it's not. It is.
Well, maybe it will be.
Yeah. 158.
Oh, P2, look at that.
P2,
wow.
What did I say?
Okay.
What do we know? It looks like he's going slow.
We know nothing.
Yeah.
I told you, you cannot count him out. He's the guy driving with the least pressure right now. He's leading the championship. He's just having fun. I mean, Chris uses the same setups week after week on every circuit, the same different circuits. He has one setup, And don't forget also, he comes back from a major injury to the left leg. Now he has full utility. He can use his leg normally. So I will never discount him.
Yeah, and Jeremy, like, check this out. So, we followed that previous lap, which it didn't look very fast, and it was P2, 0.228 off of Carlo. Now he's on the second flying lap. He's got some traffic in the way. The first one he's gotten past. He is now a quarter of a second up. He's 0.3 up now, actually.
0.3,
so
yeah.
Let's see if he can carry this on. And the previous lap, he got hung up on the curb here. I know he's going to miss. No, he takes the curb purposely.
The back end nearly went as well then.
But he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's still 2/10 up. Hi, Nikos. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, Nikos. How do you do it, Nikos?
Hey, Nikos. How can you be in two places at once, Nikos?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, how can you do this?
He's 0.4 up now, and he's got these two back markers who it doesn't look like they're going to get in the way.
No, they're a bit too far ahead.
Okay. You just got to get really cleanly through this chicane, which can be a bit of a nightmare.
0.5 up, 0.6 up.
0.6.
Oh,
wow.
no, yeah.
Here he comes.
There
Here
we
it
go.
is, yeah. Here it is.
Here
He
he
might
comes.
get a little bit of a toe from Howells in front.
Here he comes.
158
Yeah.
one.
Amazing.
There you
Amazing.
go.
That's it.
Wow.
See? Yeah.
Good job, Chris. Brilliant stuff. Love it.
Wow.
Yeah, him and Carlo are almost a half second clear from the third and fourth, and it's like they're gonna be racing on their own again, I believe. Hopefully, David and Derek will be able to give them some challenge.
He's 4/10 up again on the next lap. He's going for a 157.
And look at PJ. PJ struggled in qualifying. Yesterday, and now he's in P5.
He's not. He's going to be in P6 because Rhoda's just done a flying lap. There you go. Rhoda's just gone to a 159.4.
And Chris is not done yet, is he?
He's certainly
No,
not.
he's not done.
Carlo's got the act together as well. Carlo's seen this. He's thinking, I need some of that.
Look at those guys. They are
And-
almost a second clear from third.
Yeah.
And Carlo is up as well. I'm
No, he's not.
riding with him.
Yeah, Carlo's down now. He's lost a lot of it. Chris has lost a lot of his time as well. Chris is still up. But whether he gets the 157s or not, I don't know. Oh, he's gone off.
Yeah, he went off.
Yeah, he's missed his braking point, Chris. Let's jump back to Rhoda because Rhoda's going even quicker. He wants the fourth. He wants to beat Derek Bird here, Rhoda. He's 3/10 up at the moment. He's pushing Derek Bird, but Derek Bird's 2/10 up as well. So these two are more or less head to toe on the track, and they're both vying for the same place. No,
Yeah, Nikos says he saw Carlo do a 157 earlier.
right. Oh, that was a spoil lap by Frag. What a shame. Merch 6-5. Oh, Merch was up. He's lost a lot of time in that corner there, Merch. He was doing really well. Got his braking point completely wrong at the bottom.
Yeah, and Carlo's lap is unfortunately
well.
he's had to bail out of that lap, and that'll be it because there's only a minute left, and he's not going to be able to get around.
Yeah. Yeah. Merch is 1/10 up, but it's not going to move him up the table. So looking at the times, these are where people are going to end up now.
Yeah, I think we have the starting grid the way.
Yep. Merch has spoiled his lap as well. David Noble was going quicker, but his lap's not going to. Oh no, he's still got a chance here. No, he's lost too much time now already. Coming out that corner, he lost 2/10.
Oversteer. Oh, whoops.
3/10.
Did you see that snap oversteer?
Yeah.
Just went on him. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, you can tell he's gone too far. Merch is just inside his 1/10, but he's lost the time. He's the only person going forwards at the moment. But he's only just up. If he can put a good lap in here, I reckon he can take nearly a second out of his time, and that'll put him into the one, just over the low 159s. But he's not getting the power down. His car's all over the place there. It was twitching as he tried to get the power down. He's now 3 tenths down. There he goes. And Merch is massive over rotation there. Yeah, he's parking it, Merch. Right, back after this break. Okay, quick grid walk, and let's see the moves and shakers are on grid. So in first place, we've got 118 Porsche of Chris Bourne, followed by the 268 of Carlo. And further down, we've got the green Porsche of David Noble, car number 10, and then car 701, the Porsche of Derek Bird. Then got car number 10, which is Frank Roder in the number 19, and car 46, which is PJ Vitala. And behind that we've got Birch Pownov in the number 69 Porsche, and we've got Neil Bywater in the number 38. And then got Terry Howard in the green 201 car, and Terry Trowbridge, the two Terrys together, in the car 97. We've then got Nikos in the car 21, and we've got Paul Moore in car 215. Then got Stephen Howells in car 969, and Melvin Garland in car number 22. Car number 16, Billy Stewart, and car number 15, Andrew Ambro. Then got Manuel Souza in number 30, and we've got Zolt Thayer in number 70. Welcome back, Zolt. Got David Blythe in car number 57, and we've got Luke DeJoy in car number 53. Jeremy is not racing, so car number, I don't know how Jeremy's managed to qualify before others, but he's not racing. We've got Bruce Hopkins in car number 60, and Kevin Torrance in car number 86. So that is the movers and shakers in relation to the grid, and we'll see where this takes us when things start moving forward. And I'm just trying to get off my screen at the moment. It's done this before with me and I can't find my mouse. Don't know where my mouse is. I'll get there. There we go. I've got my mouse. So what I'll do is I'll go to the helicam view, and then we'll get set for the start of the race. A 50-minute race, no pit stops. Race from the start, race to the end, and if all's going well, we'll do a mid-race interview.
We got 4 aliens basically in front, and a 5th that might be an alien, a potential alien. This is exciting.
Chris is way ahead there, isn't he?
Let's hope for a clean start.
Yeah. The cars are just starting to get themselves in position now. It's lights out, and away we go. And there's a drive-through for car number 86, which is Kevin Torrance. So he's already started and put himself. Oh, no! Terry Howard. Oh, no. Terry Howard had gained massively, and he's took a few cars out there.
This
so
is
I could
really
see,
unfortunate.
I could see Terry had took Terry had took a few cars quite early on, and it looks like he's missed his braking zone. The Frank Roder's now struggling. That's Frank Roder, and all the other cars are now run again. But that incident took out 7 cars in total.
Terrible.
So quite a big incident,
there-
that one.
Well, that's a 10th place penalty for you.
And interestingly, Terry's one of the ones we're going to go to afterwards. So we'll,
Yeah, that is going to be interesting indeed.
we'll have to ask him what happened at the start.
And David Noble really, really lost out. He's like deep into the pack right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is that's who we're on board with at the moment, is David Noble. You can see from that he's really struggling a little bit. I mean, obviously he's putting pressure on here to get past Stewart, but they're never going to go 3 wide there. Oh, contact! That was a bit of an excessive dive, shall we say, from Andrew Ambro there. That was please make it a safe. Is it a safe rejoin? At least it's a safe rejoin.
Oh my God! This is this is not happening.
Oh boy.
There was another incident.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Bywater in the wall on the right, and there was another car on the left.
Yeah.
And it looks like Bywater is in the pits.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm just trying to work out what's happened here, because there's quite a few cars involved. Nikos's name flashed up, so I'm just trying to work out.
Something is happening this week on this track.
No, Nikos has gone wide. Nikos has lost the back end. Oh.
Oh no.
Nikos completely lost the back end there.
I mean, that's really a racing incident, isn't it? Really, it was just unfortunate that Neil.
He's the passenger, isn't he?
Was there? Yeah, completely. Had nowhere to go.
So I think Neil's going to get some repairs, and he's been suckered in there. So Merch is now putting pressure on PJ. So Merch has gained out of all this. He's gained a good couple of places.
Kevin is going in for a drive-through penalty.
Oh goodness me! What was that? Somebody dove inside of the Trowbridge, and it was like it was a do or die moment, basically. And
that I think was also
there
Terry
was
Howard
no
again.
do.
That was Terry Howard again.
It was almost looked like brake failure. He went so deep.
It reminded me of the Kai incident in the constructors, where he just carried on going.
Yes, that's right. That was scary.
So let's just go forward a little bit, because David Noble's now putting pressure back on Billy Stewart. Zolt's putting pressure on Manuel Sousa as well, so I'll keep an eye on that. Just looking at the chat. Who else has joined us?
That's very interesting. Hello, Ollie. Kevin Torrance went in for a drive-through, comes out with a stop and go.
He sped in the pit then, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Look at this. Carlo.
What a good day, is it?
Carlo and Chris.
Oh, Carlo and Chris.
And Chris got a good drive out of that corner.
And very close behind, Derek.
Zolt's made a mistake. He's lost 2 places as Zolt. No contact, so he's just lost it there. I think there's a section of the track. Andrew Ambrose putting pressure on Blythe. Is he going to go up the inside? Blythe's got the racing line there. Ambrose not giving in. And there's someone waiting in the background. That's Zolt behind them. So these two pass Zolt. Zolt must have made a mistake. Chris Bourne's just done the fastest lap, 2-minute flat. He's now a second clear of Carlo. So this is where the action is at the moment. The Zolt, who's not been racing for a while, and you can see Andrew's making a bit of headway there. Now he's going to get a good run there in his Zolt. You can see it. He pulled out a bit too early though. I think he should have stayed just to get that momentum on the car going. And Billy Stewart, I'm going to jump forward, because Billy Stewart was going to put pressure on Terry. And there's a car rolling slow. Oh, that's Derek coming out the pits, isn't it? Not Derek, sorry.
I think it's Neil, right?
Neil Bywater. Yeah, sorry, they've got the same colour cars.
Yeah.
Neil coming out the pits, isn't it? Oh, that's very close. Very close indeed. This is David, Billy, and Terry. And someone else is joining the party there. That's Steve Howells. But David's managed to make a clean pass. That was good racecraft, that, from both of them, because Billy saw it coming and didn't impede David. And obviously David, from his perspective, knew he had the pace. So Terry is a different... what was you talking about the other day, Jonathan? Kettle of fish?
A kettle of fish, exactly. My dad's favourite saying, kettle of fish.
Different kettle of fish. Terry on the curb there, maximising the track. And you can see Billy's gone wide. And that's allowed Terry Howard to pass. There's been incident between David Blythe and Zolt. Further back. They're still going, so that was just a tap. We don't need to go back on the replay. Terry is now putting pressure on Howard. Sorry, Terry Howard is now putting pressure on David Noble. My apologies. And Merch is putting pressure on PJ in front. So I'm just going to just jump to this one.
Yeah, I think that's probably the spiciest little battle we've got going on right now, because he's right, literally, he's right on his tail. And now he's pulling out.
Yeah,
he's got the inside line for turn 1. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah. He's made the pass.
Yeah, he made the pass.
PJ's fighting back, and he'll have a faster line for the exit of the corner.
He's
got him.
Merch's corner was perfect. If you could take a corner perfect, Merch did it then. And that was absolutely brilliant, that corner. Terry's gone off. Oh, it showed Terry. So Terry must have took that curb really deep because it's showing him as going off. And David Noble's still putting pressure here. He's got the run.
Yeah, and he's going to pass. He's going to pass.
Yeah, he's made the pass.
There he goes.
There he goes,
Yeah, he's made the pass.
He's having an exciting race. You can't say he's not having a fun race, that's for sure.
And Terry...
Yeah, and here comes Terry, yes.
Yeah. So Terry Howard's on Terry Trowbridge. So these were together on the pit lane. And then there was the incident with Terry Howard. So consequently, these two have got together again now. I don't think Terry Trowbridge actually fell victim in that incident, though, if I recall. I could be wrong, but he obviously ended up in front of Terry Howard. Don't forget, Terry Howard's been off twice now as well. It'll be interesting to see how busy the stewards are going to be.
Yeah, the question is, how did Terry Howard manage to catch Terry Trowbridge so darn quickly? Because he really did. He went way, way off the track.
He's obviously got a really good setup.
Right.
That car is quick. You can see it. He's got so much drive in that car.
Yeah, he's clearly very comfortable in it, and it's very forgiving for him.
Just doesn't have brakes.
And he's up by 0.4 of a second in this lap as well against his fastest. So he's definitely got the pace.
Yeah, his fastest is 2 seconds quicker than Terry Trowbridge.
He just got to make sure he has the right kind of patience here and doesn't try to get past in an area where, it's likely to have an accident. So,
hi, Dimitri. Welcome to the stream. Have you missed anything? Well, yes, you have. Shenanigans corner 1 at the start, and then another couple of incidents beyond that. So it's been an interesting start, shall we say. I think Terry's just lost a little bit of ground here. So we're just going to jump back to Zolt, because Zolt's now being put under pressure from Frank. Frank did make a good start. In fact, Terry Howard's gone off. I think Terry's cutting the corner on the first bend. It's showing him as going off track twice now. Got to be very careful there.
So I'm actually watching from him on the actual feed from the game, and it looks like there's a difference between the two. So I think there's some netcode issues going on with what we're seeing, because he didn't go off. It's possible that he actually didn't go off and hit the barrier that one time at turn 1. Because he would have been way, way further back than he is right now.
Okay, that's interesting.
So in the meantime, Chris is 2 seconds clear from Carlo, and Carlo almost 4 seconds clear from Derek Bird.
Stefan's asking in the chat, the update hasn't changed any version numbers, Stefan. We think it's we think there's a new car there ready to use, but it's not available for selection yet. So watch this space for a new car to appear. I think it could be the Lambo or the BMW, because that size is reminiscent of a car. So watch this space. And Dimitri, there's been no flying cars. Right.
Looks like Kevin is being lapped already. And he's had so many problems already. I think.
Oh, Billy's gone off. Who's gone off? Is that Billy? Yeah, that was Billy, wasn't it? Running slow. And you can see Susie's just been passed by Andro as well at the back there. So this battle here is between Melvin. This is Howells and Melvin Garland. I've said this before. Melvin's become a really calm driver, and he just seems to be consistent every lap. And he knows he's not the quickest man on track, but his consistency, and we've said consistency can be worth a lot, means he always seems to move up the table. He never seems to move down unless he's been hit. Yeah.
And Carlo's now 2.5 seconds from Chris, so Chris is really dropping him now.
Yeah. I think you could see from qualifying there was a speed difference, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, clearly.
Zolt's still putting pressure on David Blythe here, but again it's clean. There's no contact, and we can see now that Neil Bywater, Zolt's gone off. He wants to go through the escape road. Don't drive against the traffic. You know what can happen? Oh, that was nice turning. That was good. That was well done, to be fair. You don't do stuff like that on track, but that was pretty decent. That. So Terry Howard is putting pressure on Terry Trowbridge again now. Let's see where this goes. And the last lap, let's just do a quick lap comparison of what the last laps were, and just put the splits up on the screen so you can see them. So the last laps, Terry Howard was was just behind Terry. So Terry Trowbridge has now got the better of the car. There's been a contact between Nikos and Luke, and Luke's dropping down. So let's just have a quick look at that and see what went on there. Nikos has gone up the inside. Fine so far. Oh. Right, so they just brushed, really. Oh, that wasn't a brush, though. Well, that was as a result of the previous contact, wasn't it? I think it's fair to say. Yeah, there's a lot of other cars gone off track now as well. Rhoda and Blythe, I'm seeing, have gone off track.
And Nikos has gone off again.
In fact, there's cars parked up everywhere here. David Blythe's give up. Nikos is gone slow. Zolt's gone slow. That wouldn't surprise me if David... It's not showing David Blythe is involved in an incident, though, from what I can see.
Yeah, he's on the side of the track.
Yeah.
And that was further up the road from where Nikos went off a moment ago.
I mean, he was involved he was involved with car 70, Zolt, earlier on. Now, maybe he's received damage.
It almost looked like somebody waved a magic wand and like a whole bunch of people decided to spin at the same time. That was odd.
Yeah, it's almost like a bit of lag caught everybody out there. I don't know. Interesting. In fact, he's gone now. David Blythe, he's quit. He's been saying recently he's lost a lot of love for this because every time he's been racing, he's just been getting punted off. He says it seems to have gone downhill, and I don't 100% agree with that. I think there's some things that aren't right, but it seems to be certain tracks bring out the worst in us.
Yeah, I mean, I've personally, I've had earlier in the season, I think I had like two races on the trot that were just awful races for me, and it does something to you. You lose a lot of the mojo, but then you have like one good race, and then it comes back. So if any of you guys do have like any bad races, and kind of lose your mojo, just come back for more, because once you have that good race under your belt, you start to gain momentum.
Yeah.
So I just watched the incident that happened at the start, and Terry Trowbridge is definitely getting a 10-place penalty.
Right. Okay.
Terry Howard. I mean, he completely missed his braking point and did cause a major incident lap 1.
Okay. He's got a good.
He has damage. He has damage. He's right now running in 8th place, but
he's got damage.
And
he's doing well.
He got damage, and but he will definitely get penalized for that incident.
Yeah, well, he'll have to come into the sin bin here and talk about it, huh?
Yeah.
There's been another incident, Ambro. I'll go back to that in a minute. Yeah, okay. So it looks like Terry's going to make the move. You can't go around the outside there, but we saw Terry at the weekend racing with me, and once he gets that bit between his teeth, he's there. He doesn't give up. We know that. And the irony of it was, he had enough fuel. I was speaking to him about it. So he realised he tried to do the maths in his head, and he thought, I've not got enough fuel, so he started to coast into some of the corners, and obviously it gave him the opportunity to catch up. And then on the last lap he realised, I've got enough fuel, but because he started coasting he lost his rhythm, and that's why he made the mistake he made at the end.
Just goes to show anything can happen. That was just once again, you know, we're almost a week later, we're still talking about that race, how brilliant it was, mate.
Yeah, I was saying, me Fitbit, the heart rate on my Fitbit was like I've been doing a full run around a track for 50 minutes. It was, or an hour, whatever it was. It was really, really showing on my ticker, shall we say? And I think I was shaking for the next hour afterwards. Zolt keeps going off track here. In fact, he's gone off track again, Zolt. I think we're going to see Zolt quit here.
Yeah.
He's been struggling a little bit, but he's not raced in a long time. It wouldn't surprise me if he's quit. Zolt's give up as well. So that's 2 people out now. Blythe and Zolt.
We have a nice little battle going on between Stuart Ambro and Melvin.
Andrew Ambro and Melvin.
They're line astern.
Yeah. It's Stefan. Don't mention fuel. Sorry, Stefan.
This is a 5-way fight.
Stuart's gone round.
Yeah, that's very easy to do. Yeah, he's probably
and
gone
so's Terry.
down in the first gear. Oh no.
Terry's lost it as well.
Yep. He's against the barrier.
And you can see now, there's Paul Moore. So that's put him 12 seconds behind Terry now. I'm just wondering whether he's just been pushing a bit too much. And these tyres, I mean, 32 minutes left to go. Your tyres aren't going to go off that quick, surely.
Well, you know, there's so many fast bends here. You know, all you have to do is get a bunch of oversteer on 3 turns running, and you will, like, you know, wear out your tires or overheat them, and then, you know, it's very, very difficult to bring them back. It's all it takes.
Yeah, he's got it all to do now, hasn't he? And Derek's gone off. Derek's made a mistake.
Oh, yes, he did.
He's lost places there.
Yeah, he's lost places to both
and there's Noble.
And PJ.
And there's Noble right behind him.
Yeah.
So, he's obviously come through the chicane and either oversteered or lost the back end. Hi, David. Welcome. Sorry, I was just going to say, hi, David. Welcome to the stream. Seen your race was over.
And David is sending it.
Oh,
and they hit. They touched.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I don't think Derek Bird needs to wait for anything there, because that was a little bit...
Desperation?
I wouldn't say desperation, but he really did send it. But now he
Derek
has moved over.
up.
Derek has moved offline. He's on the grass.
No. What is he doing?
I don't know.
He's giving up. He's giving up.
I think so.
Why?
No, he's not quit. Interesting. He's not quit.
I don't understand.
I wonder what's happened.
Huh.
Well, either way, that wasn't desperation by David Noble. That was just sheer competitiveness. You know, he tried to go down inside, and you know, Derek turned in on him. He didn't realize he was going to be there, because it was it was a.
So I wonder if he's having a problem. David Blythe's just joined the stream and said he's lost power to his controller. He said they had thunderstorms in Florida. Now, I'm not saying obviously Derek's not going to have thunderstorms in Florida. I wonder if something's happened with Derek and he's had to park it.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it.
He's not quit, you see. And there's Terry Howard now putting pressure back on Paul Moore. Well, just let's keep an eye on what happens with Derek to see whether he actually does leave or he carries on going again. It could have been anything. He could have spilled a cup of tea over himself or anything. Who knows? But he carried on.
Jumped on him.
I mean, just funny the fact that he just seemed to start and then go. Now he's gone into the pit, so he's obviously chosen to quit into the pit. Interesting.
That's unfortunate.
Very interesting. And Terry's now catching Paul Moore. So if he clears Paul Moore, we'll see if we can jump to him. We've obviously got a few things to ask him now, haven't we, as well? Get it from the driver's perspective, eh?
That's right.
Yeah, I think David's saying only his controller power dropped out, nothing else dropped out in the house. So it's obviously a power continuity thing, that. No, Terry, it's saying Terry had gone yellow again. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! What's happened there?
Wow.
I'm seeing three cars on the track just spurred out.
God.
So this is Ambro behind Melvin.
This is crazy.
Hi, Derek. Hope everything's all right. We just seen
Hello,
you park
Derek.
up and go into the pits. Hope everything's all right. So Ambro's got the inside line here. He's definitely got the inside line. Oh, he's gone left. He's gone into... So he's gone into Melvin, hasn't he? To try and take the corner.
Oh, he got...
Dear.
Derek got back cramps.
Right, I did say it looks like something wasn't right. Sorry to hear that, Derek.
Is the feed stuck, Mark?
Oh, sorry, my apologies. Yes, I think it is. Well spotted.
And Ambro and Garland are at it. We've got Ambro inside
I've
Garland.
got that. Sorry, there's something happened on me stream deck. It wouldn't switch. I've just had to basically hit it.
Oh,
You got it.
Technical issues. It looks like technical issues are affecting everybody today.
It's crazy. I tell you, it's something with Nurburgring this week.
Yeah, you won't get through the race, Derek. Right, so just while I mean, they've got a battle going on here. Obviously, it looks like Melvin got his position back because Ambro was behind him. Oh, it's the dive up the inside. What a move.
oh boy, wow, what a great move.
What a clean move that was from Mr. Stewart. Oh, wow.
Incredible move. Very nice.
And Terry, I was going to say Terry's got off again, but he's not. He's going into that first corner, isn't he? And I've got I was going to say I've got problems again, but I've got me. There's definitely something going on here because I'm losing a bit of control over the game in the stream. I don't know if there's something going on with ACC that's running away with some CPU cycle somewhere. So what I'm going to do, for the benefit of everyone, I'm going to see if Terry's free. So the chat will go quiet. You won't be able to hear myself. You won't be able to hear Jonathan, or you won't be able to hear Jeremy. And if all's okay, we'll have Terry Howard on as part of the chat. So just bear with me a second while I change channels. And I said I was having problems, and I've completely lost where I was again now because the game seems to be eating me mouse for some reason. Right, so just bear with me a sec.
Yep.
So Terry, an interesting start to the race. What happened at the start?
Elf.
It looks like you missed your braking point completely. Could you not see the board? Or was it just one of them? Because you made a good start. You seemed to pass a car.
No, I made a good start and then took Merce on the right, and then I didn't realise that the track came in. And I saw that sort of come flying up, and then had to jump on the brakes and obviously missed my braking point, and yeah, bad. And then the second lap, I don't know whether you noticed, I've done that to Terry Trowbridge as well. I thought, I don't remember that part of the circuit, so I thought I'll go and have another look and see what went wrong, and obviously I've done the same again.
You've looked really fast, even though we presume you've got damage of some sort. But there's parts of the track where you seem to be struggling with control, and yet other parts you seem to have unbelievable grip. Is that how it feels, or does it feel quite stable all the way through?
Yeah, it's been quite stable. It's just there's a corner. I'll tell you the one that's the worst one for me. The car took, in practice, 2 laps to warm the tyres up, especially the rears. But then after that, that's what I tried to tell myself at the start, is do what Jeremy said, 2 laps, and then go for it. This corner,
yeah,
every time it gets me. I'm very slow there now. So for me, it's now a consolidation race, just trying to keep my position. hopefully try and nudge Terry's time a little bit.
I mean, you can't see what else is going on the track, but there's been a lot of incidents, probably more so than usual. I mean, we've had incidents involving 4 cars, 3 cars, but there's a lot of incidents going on. I mean, obviously you've been involved in a couple yourself, but there's a lot going on track at the moment. So in relation to your tyres, how are the tyres feeling? Because they're getting to that point now where they're probably going to start dropping. You still feel like you've
tyres aren't too bad at the moment. He said, just as he nearly goes off. Yeah, they're keeping nice temperatures, but I do expect them to drop off later on.
Okay, and final thing, obviously you had such an exciting race at the weekend. I was part of that with yourself. From that race, have you got anything from that race you can take forward to this coming Saturday? Obviously, we're on a different track, different surface during
yes.
the day.
I think the main thing is to check the fuel, because that's why I slowed. I was coasting in the corners thinking I didn't have enough fuel, and then on the last lap I realised I did. But obviously I was out of my driving rhythm and eventually gave it to you, made a mistake, and you took full advantage. Well done.
Okay, well, thanks very much, Terry. That was really nice of you to offer to do the interview, and we'll let you get back to chasing Paul Moore down now and go and get him. Thanks very much for that. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, that was Terry Howard, who's now going to try and, as you can see, Paul Moore passed him because he was concentrating talking to us. But I think he will catch Paul Moore again. And that was a good interview. I thought it was quite good, the fact that he was very honest with the first 2 laps. Jonathan, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed a whole bunch of stuff going on there. We had a bunch of different crashes and spinners, but something that I've picked up on now is that Chris has lost a lot of time to Carlo. So Carlo is 1.8 seconds behind, but he's going to have the bit between his teeth now to catch Chris with 22 minutes remaining.
But there's an epic battle going on here between
Paul Moore's gone
Ambro,
off.
Billy.
Yeah, Paul Moore's just gone off and give Terry the place back now. So yeah, Ambro, and you can see Billy Stewart's gaining on him. So this battle's been going on from the start. As you mentioned before, the view from Chris's rear, you can see Carlo behind him. The gap between Carlo and Murch is 24 seconds. But Murch is looking good here for a podium. There's been an incident here. Did that car just appear out of nowhere then? Or did I imagine it?
Which one?
That's not... Oh, it's a back marker. That car just seemed to appear. It's showing Melvin's had contact with someone, but I can't see any other car near him. Really weird, that. So when I switched to Melvin, that car wasn't there. Whether I don't know if that's Neil's or I presume that's Derek's. That car wasn't there. It just appeared. Bizarre. Really, really bizarre. Okay.
So Carlo is very close now to Chris.
He is. And David Noble.
1.5 now.
And David Noble has just passed PJ. So David Noble is now in 5th place. Terry Trowbridge has gone off. Oh, he's still going. It's showing his yellow flags here. So David Noble is now chasing down Murch for 3rd place on the podium. Yeah. And you can see Murch is just round that corner. If we go to Murch's car now, we'll just see the 2 cars in the distance coming down there. So is he going to be able to catch him, do we think? And more importantly, is he going to be able to make that most important thing of a pass? So this is Billy Stewart chasing down Andrew Ambro. So I think this battle, Andrew, Melvin, Billy, has been going on from more or less the first lap, and it's still going on as it is. 20 minutes to go. I hate this corner. That's one of the worst corners, and this left-hander here. You can just scrub the tyres completely. Yeah, 20 minutes to go, and as Ollie says in the chat, this is when the tyres start to go off. So I think we'll see some people out braking themselves, going wide, and so on.
It's also when everyone starts to get really tired, I mean, me personally, after 30 minutes, I'm really done. I'm struggling. So these guys, they've all been at it like hammer and tongs, literally, for the last 30 minutes, and they're going to start showing it, I think.
And there's one for you, Jonathan, in the chat from Luke. Has anyone got any mojo for sale?
Not me, mate. Not me.
I've just thought about Mojo before.
Luke, what did you do, Luke? Did you? Oh, he got out of the server.
Yeah, Nikos has gone off again. Nikos has struggled now. He's gone down to 15th after what was looking like a promising race. You can see he's got quite a bashed Porsche there. He's going to have to be going to the bodywork for that one again afterwards and give it a new coat of paint, I think. He's certainly scraped the bodywork on that one.
Yeah, he's going to need the dinking, I think, for that one, mate.
Well, yeah. Whatever the companies that come out and mark them for you.
Once again, guys, Chris and Carlo are in a league of their own. I mean, they're literally lapping almost 30 seconds ahead of third place. It's absolutely insane, the pace they have.
We've had cars going off all over the place here. There's
it looked like
dancing.
Manuel went off right in front of Chris.
And then there's Nikos has gone off as well. So, yeah, so that means Sousa's moved forward. Nikos has lost a place.
I don't think I've ever seen a race of eSeniors with so many cars just falling off the track.
Well, that's what I was saying to Terry, and I was saying to Terry on the when I was chatting to him before. From this perspective, I said, you know, even though he's had a couple of incidents himself, from his perspective, there's been a lot of other incidents going on around him that he's just not been aware of.
The thing about it is that, you know, after last week's race at Misano in the dark, in the wet, where, you know, you'd expect everyone to go off, right? You come here, you'd expect everyone to be absolutely rock solid and really enjoying being on a dry track.
Exactly.
But quite the opposite has happened.
Yeah, but you know, I believe it's due to the fact that it's a track. It's a wide track. I mean, so I think drivers try different things here, and that's why we have so many incidents this week. I think this circuit is a magnet for trouble. I don't know why, but something is going on.
Well, I mean, look, let's have that conversation. You know, as Carlo gets ever closer to, he's inching up, literally inching up on Chris, and you know, hey, this actually might be decided on lap cars, so he's coming up to another lap car right here. But what I kind of want to talk about is what these two guys are the best at, which is running really, really close to one another, still maintaining that amazing lap time, and they don't hit each other. And, you know, we've all been there, right? We've all tried to run close to the car in front, try to overtake them, and either inevitably we'll either hit them or we'll just drop behind, and we just don't know what to do. So question for you guys, when you're right behind somebody, like, are you racing the track or are you racing the guy in front, or are you doing a little bit of both? Because it seems that with both situations with like there, you can have issues. What are you doing? I
tend to race both because you've got to be aware of the car in front of you, so you don't obviously hit them. But you've also got to be aware of where you are on track. So I think racing one or the other has got its risks. If you just race the car, if that car goes off, you're going to go off. If you just race the track, if that car in front makes a mistake, you're likely to say hit them if they brake early. So I think it's
right, and that's where the problem is, because, you know, if you're running so close behind the guy in front and you're judging your braking to his braking, it's almost inevitable that you're going to hit him up the backside. So you've got to kind of do a combination of both. But then again, you know, if you're just looking at your own braking areas, then the guy in front might brake a little bit earlier, in which case you're going to hit them as well.
Yeah.
And the same is true when you exit the corner as well, because if you get on the gas earlier than the guy in front, you're going to hit him right up the bumpy. So, you know, what do you do? It is a fine art. And like, these two guys are easily the best at it. That's for sure.
Definitely. First of all, to demonstrate it can be done, that you can race very close without hitting each other. But yes, you know, regarding your question, Jonathan, if I'm following someone, my pace changes completely. I have to adapt to the car in front of me, and trying to dive inside a corner, even if I'm faster, I'm just going to maintain that gap just to make sure I don't come in contact with that car. It's a compromise. It's a compromise that costs a lot of time. here, these two, Chris and Carlo, are both very fast drivers. So I won't say Carlo is being penalized following Chris. See what I mean? But if you are following a slower car, you automatically go slower yourself.
Yeah, I mean, because you basically have to. You can't go any faster because you'll be driving through the guy in front,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
and that for sure. That is what we've seen a lot of, right? In the preceding 3 seasons, cars driving straight through the car in front because they're like, well, why are you driving so slow? Well, you know what? It's not a matter of me driving so slow. You need to pass me.
Guys, David is gonna take Merch.
Oh
He's
wow, yeah,
right
he's
behind
0.2
Merch. He's
0.2
right
behind him.
We've got a couple of battles going on here. Billy Stewart still putting pressure on Frank Roder. And Carlo is now 3
Carlo
tenths.
very close as well.
Yep.
Yes.
So there's a couple of little tasty battles going on. 13 minutes to go.
We have the top 4. They're both in great battles. It couldn't really be any closer. So what's going to happen here between David Noble and Mircea Paunov? I mean, you got 2 very fiery guys. They both want to be ahead. It's the third step of the podium. Like I said yesterday, you have a much bigger motivation to defend that podium space than you would anything behind you. Who's going to win out here?
No idea.
David was taken out in the first turn, and he managed to come back and stay in the race, which is pretty amazing. But I think he's going to take Merch. I think he's going to pass Merch and take that 3rd place.
He might get him here.
Yeah. We've got 2 very close battles going on. I need 2 versions going on at the moment. Carlo's really giving it to Chris.
He is.
I mean, the last lap, Chris did get a bit loose as well. He went wide. Oh, Merch has lost it.
Mircea's gone.
That's it. David is through.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. So now we can move ahead to the battle for the lead. Yeah.
Carlo, Chris.
And this is going to come down to somebody making a mistake, I think.
Yeah.
Probably right.
We need to start thinking at some point, driver of the day. Are we looking at the driver of the day now in one of these 2?
Yes, probably.
My driver of the day so far, I don't think anything that happens to the top 2 is going to change my mind. That's David Noble. He got taken out of the first turn. It wasn't his fault. And he's clawed back to P3. He could still win this, actually.
I think that's a really good shout.
Nudge, wink, wink, nudge, wink. Look how close they are.
Yeah.
They're almost touching.
Wow. Yes. Yeah, that's a good choice, actually. David has driven a beautiful race. But he's still 33 seconds behind these 2.
And look, we've got back markers. This is exciting, and I can almost feel like the tension in Carlo's seat because he can see those back markers, and he is going to try to take full advantage of this now.
Yeah. Well, you get that other feeling, don't you, when you see a back marker? Can I now gain? Oh, that's good driving by the back marker. To be fair,
nice. Yes, very nice. See, that's the perfect example. Frank completely lifted off and went off the racing line. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Come on, Carlo, you can do it.
You're wishing him on.
I am. I'm wishing him on. Definitely.
Man, they could go at this for the last 10 minutes.
Well, they've been like this for race after race, haven't they?
Yes, that's it. And they know each other pretty well. And I think they respect each other a lot as well. So this is beautiful to watch.
Jeremy, I don't think there's a whole lot of disrespect between any of the drivers in our entire league. So we talk about the amazing respect between the top drivers, but I think it's the same across the board. It really is.
You are right. And maybe respect is not the term I should use, and it's more caring about the other driver. I think some drivers are careless, and they cannot anticipate enough, and that's the reason why we have the incidents we do.
Yeah, and whenever I'm driving, if I'm anywhere near Carlo, I know he's looking after me. Another one who I know looks after me when I'm anywhere around his space is Derek Bird. Just really, really, hard racing, but 100% fair.
That's right.
We need to see how this is going to go in the last 9 minutes now, really, don't we?
Wow.
It all boils down to this, I think.
Very nice show, though. Very nice show.
I tell you what, it doesn't seem like we've had like 40 minutes. It seems like we've been at it for an hour. There's a back marker in the way here to the Senna S's or the Schumacher S's.
Yeah, he's just got out of the way.
Yeah. Once again, that's a beautifully. He moved out of the way. No problem.
It's funny. I think almost every track, when you have an S-Bend, they call it the Senna S's. It's kind of refreshing to have a track where it's the Schumacher S, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's Germany, right?
This is true. And PJ is only half a second behind Merche, I believe.
The way those guys use the curbs is absolutely incredible.
It is. It doesn't seem to upset the car, does it?
No,
if anything, it seems to cause the rotation in the direction that they want.
I'm afraid of taking those curbs, but obviously, I think I'm wrong.
Yeah, I know. It seems completely counterintuitive. Maybe that's where I'm missing the extra second in the GT3.
Maybe.
We got another back marker in the way here. We got Stuart, and he's getting out of the way.
Yeah,
awesome.
Very nice.
Incident between Ambro, but they've only just touched, so no problem. So we'll go back to where we were, back to the helicam, so we can see the view. I think that's Billy Stewart they've caught up to now. So the next ones they're catching up, which is 16 seconds ahead, which I don't think they'll do, is Melvin and Andrew Ambro, who are actually fighting on track.
And
yeah.
Carlo is like, he's a really, really classy guy. And, at the end of this race, he's going to be in Discord thanking everyone, all of the back markers for doing a great job.
Does.
But yes. You know what? Right now, he's thinking, get in the way. Get in the way. I can guarantee it. But he's such a classy guy. He's such a nice guy. He would never say that publicly. So I'll say it for him.
Yeah, don't forget these two are also teammates, right, in the endurance races. And they have one coming up next month.
Yeah, that's true. So Derek was just saying in the chat there about the curbs. He used the curbs to pull the car around the corner.
I think if I tried it, it would just pull me into the barrier.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. Because the last bend, if you get on the curb there, it pulls you into the barrier, doesn't it? It spins you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ollie, I agree. The back markers are brilliant today from what we've seen. They've seen the cars coming and they've just waited.
Definitely.
Carlo gets a great drive off of that that last corner. He really does.
Those guys are putting a hell of a show.
And now you see Chris is now officially being defensive into turn one.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
The lap times have plummeted from the best. They're really struggling, I think, with the car.
Yeah. Oh, he got a big wiggle there, and he's going defensive.
Yeah,
and now Carlo can try every single faster line now, and it's just maybe it might be only a matter of time. I think Chris is a little bit flustered at this point, right?
Well, I said before, he went wide in a couple of corners and got the tyres just on the sand, and Carlo was a bit too far behind. I think if he does it now, I think we're going to see Carlo whiz past him. Carlo's got so much more drive, hasn't he?
He does. He looks way more comfortable.
He seems to be a little faster than Chris.
He's just not fast enough at the right places.
That's the problem.
He's much better under braking as well.
Well, look, Chris has put himself right in the middle of the track. There's no way he can do anything about that. Plus, he's got that trust factor that we were just talking about. Chris knows that no matter what he does, Carlo is not going to rear-end him. Hopefully,
good point.
commentator's curse is not going to come into effect
Very
here.
good point.
But that
Very
is
good
the
point.
likelihood. They trust each other, these guys.
They do.
So at the moment we're going with David, driver of the day, because of his incident on lap 1 being taken out and fighting through the field. Are we? Are the chat happy with that decision? I think it's a good one personally, because he's come back from, I think he was 13th at one place and fought his way back up the field. Well, let's see if the chat agree. Yeah, Stefan, thank you. You must be missing it, Jonathan. Although you're doing a great job commentating, I must say.
Oh, thanks. And once again, Carlo, he's that little bit faster. That little bit, he just can't get by though.
Yeah,
He needs a mistake. End of story.
He needs a big wiggle from Chris, doesn't he? Just so he loses just enough drive. I mean, look at the difference there.
I don't think Chris will give him that chance.
Yeah, guys, we've got 15 watching on YouTube right now. We only have 7 thumbs up, so please smash that thumbs up button for us. Oh, he wiggled again there, did Chris?
Yeah, his tyres are definitely going, aren't they?
Yeah. Now watch him get really defensive into this right-hander. Well, no, he's got some space now.
Yeah, but he's got no power coming out the corner.
Ooh.
Well, I'm going to say...
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Well, you're watching the lines waiting for something to happen, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, Ollie's just give it the kiss of death.
Also, something. Oh, he's got it sideways there. So let's see what Carlo can do.
He's twitching like mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really driving on the limit there.
Well, he's pulling away. I'm just wondering whether Carlo's watching it and thinking, I don't want to hit him and take myself out here. Ollie's just saying he's got marshmallows on the rear.
Something else to bear in mind here is that Chris does use a spotter. I believe Andy Skelton is his spotter, so they'll be in a separate channel. They'll be talking away, and he's going to tell him now how close he is and exactly what's going on. So that is definitely a help. But Carlo is as close as he's been, I think, at the end of the straight now.
They're not in a channel together, I can tell you that. Or not on Discord.
No, they're not. Well, then it's just Chris, he himself and I. It's just him on his own.
Carlo's definitely the quicker car. Definitely the quicker car.
I think so too. But almost impossible to pass if someone almost matches your pace.
Well, it is, isn't it? It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, got to not look in your mirrors. Got to keep calm. Stay on the line.
Just look for your own next braking point.
Yeah, and we've got 1 minute left, and we've got a bunch of back markers who are coming up. This is probably the last lap, then, I guess, eh?
It is.
Oh, Carlo! Oh! He's trying to do that up inside line, isn't he? He's trying to get that inside line so we can get the power down, but it's not working.
He's lucky he didn't lose the car there.
Oh, he has there, though.
Oh, and he's off. Yeah, he's trying too hard now.
Well, that's it.
He's drifting it, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he's having a go.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. We've still got the last 2 corners left.
Are we going with Noble then, driver of the day?
Yeah, he's definitely my driver today.
I mean, same here. Well done, David.
Yeah, David, exceptional that from being taken out and just getting your head down and getting on with it. Well done for driver of the day. And when you watch this, please send us your photograph because the helmet doesn't quite work well. Well done, David. Well deserved that.
Great job, Chris. Amazing race. Wow.
Wow, beautiful race. Beautiful.
There's David Noble, who's claiming third place from an exceptional recovery. Exceptional recovery there. You can see the damage on his car.
Yeah.
He's done a really good job there, as David. All things considered, he's just got on with it. Yeah, I would imagine he was very frustrated at the beginning. But as you said, he's that type of character just to take it on the shoulders and get on with it, isn't he? Brilliant. And there's Merch. Merch has run out of fuel, has he?
Oh.
No, thought he'd run out of fuel. He seemed to get past very easily. No, he's all right, isn't he? He's made it. You.
Yeah, he made it.
And there's PJ.
That's a great result for PJ,
I was
for sure.
just about to say the same. And an even better result for Terry when you consider he's going to get the 10th place penalty. Flappy bonnet and all. I tell you what, a great recovery by Terry, that, to be fair, with a damaged car.
Yeah, no, very, very good recovery indeed.
Well, that is one hell of a damaged Porsche. Very damaged. Driven once, one curve alone. Well, there's Terry. Terry Trowbridge in 7th. Good points gained there. He had to brake funny then, didn't he, at last minute? He just might have over-egged the corner. And then next is Paul Moore, just behind him. And then Steve Howells. And then very quick behind that, we've got Andrew Ambro, who's put pressure on. And then Melvin coming down towards the end. That's it. All cars are registered as finished, based on the finish line. So I just want to say thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks, Jonathan. Everyone. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Top quality.
Cheers.
Hopefully the interview with Terry come out really well. So we'll look forward to doing the next one. Thanks very much, all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cheers, everyone.